Does McCaffrey make the Niners the favorite to win the NFC?
I don't necessarily think that it makes them the favorite. I believe the Philadelphia Eagles are still the favorite because we've seen them play together. We've seen them progress. We see what Jalen Hurts is, that run game with Miles Sanders as the lead back, and also the outside with Smith and A.J. Brown and Quez Watkins, obviously Dallas Goedert at the tight end. But when you think about what the San Francisco 49ers can now become offensively, they're actually positionless. And Stephen A. and Marcus will understand this from a basketball standpoint, where we got the stretch fours now, and now we have players that can play all over the court and they're point forwards and different things. That's what the San Francisco 49ers basically become. It could be Deebo Samuel in the backfield and Christian McCaffrey split out, Brandon Ayuk in the slot running jet sweeps motions, and we're throwing tosses away. I think the creativity Kyle Shanahan can now show us offensively will be next level, something that we've never seen before from the San Francisco 49ers, but also in the entire NFL. This now gives Jimmy Garoppolo another way to not have to have the ball in his hand. And I feel like if you're coordinating for the San Francisco 49ers, that's what you want. How do we get the football out of Jimmy G's hands as quickly as possible and get the football into athletes' hands in space? Who has a Brandon Ayuk with punt return skills at the wide receiver, a Deebo Samuel with punt return skills and running back skills at the wide receiver, and a Christian McCaffrey with the versatility to move all around the offense, and George Kittle, the best pass blocking, pass catching tight end and run blocking tight end in the entire league when you combine the two? I think from a skill position standpoint, this is one of the best teams in the entire NFL right now, and you now have ways where you can do so much and disguise so mumuch based on your personnel and your tendencies and your tips. I think this team is going to be really tough to beat once they get that chemistry headed into the playoffs. God bless you.
Well, absolutely. Well, that's what it's about. It's about that chemistry. It's about two things. Number one is about chemistry. And number two, it's about making sure the ball ain't in Jimmy Garoppolo's hand. So when you have somebody that you can dip and dunk it to, like a Christian McCaffrey, I think that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Now, I agree with you. The Philadelphia Eagles still have to have that edge because they already have that chemistry that San Francisco will be looking for. And we see Jalen Hurts elevating his level of play. We see Jimmy Garoppolo still being Jimmy Garoppolo. But I agree. And you got Deebo Samuels, and you got George Kittle, and you got Kyle Shanahan calling plays, and you got a defense that's number 2 against the pass, number 2 against the rush, number 2 in points allowed, number 1 in yards allowed as a defense. This defense is clearly the best in football right now. And see, what matters to me is a couple of things. Number one, I don't know if y'all have heard me say this in the past, but I've used Christian McCaffrey to highlight what I call reverse discrimination. Coming out of Stanford, if he was a brother, we would have been talking about him more. That's how big time this brother is when he's on the field. Now, the Achilles heel, guys, is that he's only played 16 games in the last 3 years. He's only played 16 games in the last. So he ain't the most durable brother in the world, but this brother is something special. Christian McCaffrey can ball. And the fact that he's playing for a guy like Shanahan, the fact that he's got an opportunity to really elevate his level of play and the benefit from it, I see that durability question not being really a question mark anymore. Yeah. He'll be available because he knows that there's a postseason that's coming down the pike that's going to matter. What I love of this, again, is this. It gets the ball out of Jimmy Garoppolo's hands. It gets Christian McCaffrey playing on a real NFL team with a chance to win a chip. Robbie Anderson and those boys need to be next. They need to clean house and spare those brothers the misery of playing for this organization, which is on the fact that that's right, he's in Arizona now. I'm saying to you, with that being said, here's the biggest thing for me. Them damn Cowboys got another roadblock, and that always makes me happy.
Oh, my God.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.